family, and friends to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2004. Thank you for coming to cheer us on as we take a huge step out of childhood into adulthood. We've spent thousands of hours learning and working and growing both mentally and physically on our journey to arrive here tonight. The idea of graduation comes with a sense of achievement and completion. Seniors think, wow, I never thought I'd be able to make it this far. I remember thinking in 6th grade, I've been stuck here forever, and I've only served half of my sentence. I'm only halfway through my schooling. When we entered our final year of high school, we acted like all the classes who've gone on before and said, I'm a senior. This is my year to be the boss. We felt that after all the time and energy we've spent in school being second class to the older students, it is our turn to rule the school. Being the oldest kids in school has certainly been fun and taught us a lot. Tonight is like the grand finale of high school for the class of 2004. We feel a sense of achievement, and hopefully we get our diplomas and complete high school. But as Ed Koch said, the fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse. While graduation tends to center around the ignition of the graduates' futures, I'd like to take a minute to think about who's behind the graduates. That's you in the audience. Behind every successful graduate is a group of loving and supportive people. Thank you, families, for raising and encouraging us. Thank you, friends, for all the good times and being open. Thank you, faculty, for teaching and helping us to learn so that we are more prepared for the future. Although people usually think of high school graduation as a time to recognize seniors' accomplishments, we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you for your years of dedication, and welcome to our graduation ceremony.
Superintendent O'Brien, Principal Coffey, Mr. Nimlett, parents, relatives, friends, honored guests, and fellow graduates. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of ships, of sails, of sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. Lewis Carroll, author of Into the Looking Glass, manifested this quote into a noteworthy and recognizable piece of literature. This famous novel became a video classic when it was made into Alice in Wonderland. This quirky children's film explores the world as if every aspect of life can be divided into a concrete dualism. Alice is either too big, too little, too outspoken, or too shy. At certain stages of all of our high school careers, we too have seen the world through dualisms. We have either won or lost, passed or failed, showed up or skipped, or were sad or happy. High school has been a mix of these ups and downs, but through it all, there has been a concrete middle ground for all of us to fall upon. This concrete middle ground has been made up of all of us, uniting together, whether we were aware of it or not. One by one, we have embraced each other, coddled each other, made the bad times somehow brighten up, and been there for each other to celebrate all of our many accomplishments. However, we have always been a very diverse class. We have never all rushed together to fulfill one common goal, although we've spent much of our lives together. Today is a day to really celebrate, because today is the first time we are all uniting together unselfishly. Separately, and in our own secluded groups, we have been there for each other, but today is the day that we all have that one thing in common that we have been searching for the past 4 years. As a result of us taking 4 years to find each other, this is also the last time we will all be together like this. We are all still young, naive, and ready to take on the world. We have not really lived yet, though many of us would like to think so. We have yet to leave the safe haven our families still provide for us, although many of us will finally take that enormous step this fall. The next time we all meet up again, we will have met the world. Some of us may be weary from the choices that we have made, and some of us may already have families of our own. But for now, this ceremony is not so much our end as our beginning. We stand together today, a united class, untouched by the real world. Unfortunately for some of us, high school will have been the happiest years of our lives. It will be in all of our best interests, however, to stray as far as possible from that quote. People who have grown into unhappy lives, unsuccessful relationships, and unfulfilling careers say things like your high school years are the best of your life. But for all of us here today, we have just begun. Our time has finally come, and now we will be on our way to make the most of the years ahead. We all have the ability and inner strength to make our next 60-plus years the best of our lives. Let's not live by old adages. Let's all take a second to really look at each other, put the past behind us, and see the people that have helped us reach this important point in our lives. Friendships have worn away, relationships have ended, and acquaintances have simply stopped putting in the effort to hold some sort of relationship with the people they have known forever but have never really seen. Through all of this, we have undeniably used each and every member of our class in some way to better our own high school experience. We may not be able to tell you the favorite food of the girl 2 lockers down, but I know for sure that we can all come up with some little anecdote about each and every graduating senior sitting here today. As the walrus said, the time has come. Our time is now. We know what has happened, but not what will happen, and we now have the ability to throw our resentment away, mend our many wounds, and attempt to rebuild those bridges we so proudly burned. After tonight, our ties will be officially broken with this place. Some of us will come back often, and some of us will move to California, get married, and only visit our families here once a year. Whichever path we choose, it will be the right one for us. We have all pushed ourselves to the limit at some point during our years here, and today is what we've been waiting for. Today, we are finished. We never have to come back to this place or these people, unless, of course, we want to. So let us all listen to the walrus. Let us talk of cabbages and kings. Let us wait for the sea to turn boiling hot, and let's put wings on the pigs. Thank you.
Superintendent O'Brien, Principal Coffey, members of the school board, faculty, parents, friends, those who just wondered what was going on here, thinking it must be a game, so they came in and now can't get out. Honored graduates and custodians who hope that I don't speak very long. In the words of Dr. Seuss, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. If you have Tasha Erickson, you do, and a career in medicine is waiting for you. As well as Corinne Cogger, she has her chance. She volunteers her time now, but she'll soon join the dance. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Unless you're Gordon Seavey, his feet, they are not shod. He spent most of his senior year looking for a job. His personality is stellar, more honest you could not find. Lots of music in his head, a rock star beginning to climb. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the ones who'll decide where you go. Where you'll go? To the mall, says Brittany Deveneaux, and I'm not going alone. So hop in the car, Lindsay Barrows. We'll head out from home. We'll shop for a while, and for jobs we'll start looking. We've got the skills, and employed we will get because we took economics from Mr. Paquette. Allison Carmichael and her silver bug can't wait to get out of here. Groovy UV is on her brain, and oh, the progress she'd make if she knew how to shift from first gear. Chris Bralis and Ryan Cahart have been on a long, long ride. We're glad their goals are accomplished. In them we have such pride. Short trips around the town, stereo booming and windows down, bright yellow car. Who could miss? Adam just Jardin enjoying such bliss. But in Vergennes, that is called noise. And that could be a $50 fine for the good time boy. Ben Andrews, Kyle Burkett, Eagle Scouts they, earned their prize the American way. But in their spare time, the fun that they've had, I had a little conversation with each of their dads. Baseball and hard work weren't all that they did do, but I really can't share that info with you. You look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. But you won't pass Dan McInerney as he's running around, gaining more fame and gaining more ground. Racing is his. State titles he's won. Still time for Shara. She's fan number 1. You'll go out past the fields where Tyler Essex is mowing and onto the golf course where John Barton is going. And he's going to practice, and he's going to win. And to defeat, he'll never give in. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsie as you. Mark Borden will smile, hope his dreams will come true. No more tables to wipe or dishes to do. He's off to college. He's on his way. Oh, Mark, just think of the games you will play without Chad Volk, who's off to school. His gaming days are done. Medical school is carefully designed to make sure you have no fun. And when things start to happen, don't worry. Don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Nathan Robtoy is off and away to a business degree he is looking. He's hoping to find it in OKLA, where the suns and the winds are cooking. No mountains there for him to get lost. Flat as a pancake and tempest tossed. Dave DiBiase, Ryan Donnelly, Tyler Pierce, we see them in uniforms that we can't miss. Theirs are the fire coats, first on the scene, lugging the hoses and manning machines. Justin Chalaboys, he's happening too. AIT training in National Guard green, doing more work than he's ever seen. And speaking of work and becoming and such, a little reminder I hope won't be too much. Kyle Rotax, if you still have the paper that's due, slip it under Miss Taylor's door. She'll be waiting for you. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great heights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to great heights. Sam Pettibon, that has to be you. Our senior video began with a view. Your talent's so awesome. You do know how to fly. We saw you on the soccer field and now up in the sky. But flying out of bed each day to get to school on time, well, that is another matter, and I won't include it in this rhyme. Ben Adams is off to Hawaii. A policeman he wants to be, but bogged down by pineapples and surfboard, he'll sleep under coconut trees. While Jessica Pinehauer says aloha, studies psychology day and night. To try to understand Ben's mind is a thing just filled with fright. Effervescent Emily Kipp, our Montana girl, beautiful Bethany Shorey, they'll give the West a whirl. From soccer fields to environment, I know you'll both succeed because you've got the mountains, and we know that you can ski. But watch the guy in the lift line and hold your sandwiches tight and check the slices of bologna to make sure that they have it right. And birds fly high up in the sky, at least the ducks they do, while down below in blinds so low, Adam Paquette and Ben LaFlamme wait so true. The stories they tell, I've heard them all, but I have yet to see a feather or a meal of duck that was never brought to me. Some cars fly too, it's amazing to know, and they also smoke. Ask Ben Rochon for the show, he can demo, and that's no joke. Kyle Desjardins loves his car, Sean Combs loves Metallica, but Darren Curler takes the cake, he naps during all curricula. I know those lines don't rhyme so well. Believe me, I did try. Metallica? Huh. Hours I spent, and still I could not get by, and so I thought the license of a poet would let me go where others won't, and still have something for the show. You won't lag behind because you have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you'll soon take the lead. This class really is a class of firsts, and some that we won't mention, but they have also found necessity is the mother of invention. And it takes money to have fun and money to run the car. They know that without the two, they can't go very far. And so they work at part-time jobs to gather up the dough, to get the money for the gas so they can get where they need to go. Mostly to drive their car to school or to work, you see. Again, they seem to have the proof that nothing isn't free. Evan Howard works at Shaw's, smiling every morning. Erica counters right next door, prescript she is counting. And Tim Gould's working very hard. There's not much that he can't do. Luke Fairbrother's out and about, and he's a working too. Jason Lalumiere's in the garden throwing melons in the truck. That's where he got his basketball training that brought him all the luck. Nikki Kuchar is working 2 jobs. She says it isn't fun. No time to play or hang out with friends. She's always on the run. Tom Jaggers, he's a runner too. Football was his game. Until he came to VUHS in track, he earned his fame. David Planky is a track man too, a winner like no other, a pretty blonde right by his side and being chased down by his mother. You'll find the right places where boom bands are playing. Could it be our own gym? Do you get what I'm saying? The sounds that our kids do put out in all their music ventures, from jazz to symphonies, pop to rock, it's all a great adventure. And many of them in chorus do sing their sound. Well, you've heard it. It's absolutely beautiful. No other way to word it. Shara Plouffe and Ashley Coons, your voices are so thrilling. We sit on the edge of our seats when the high notes you are trilling. Sarah Gullion, John White, and Brad Castillo, for both you all find time, and for track and cheerleading, and the musical in time, and yet the smiles upon your faces. Exhaustion would be on mine. Andy Kloffenstein, the music is in you. Beautiful trombone, wonderful voice. Is there nothing you can't do? Well, yes, there is. I think that I remember a thing called homework comes to mind. Haven't seen any since September. But it's always promised to come in after you survive the Dungeons and Dragons, and maybe someday you will. No more all-nighters to keep you dragging. Gloria Bushy on her clarinet, the music that she produces, get up and dance to swinging sound and listen to her choice. She also writes a poem or two In arts, she finds her voice. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. In Germany, France, and Spain, the best things about the trips, scenery, friends, and yet it was chocolate for Meredith Bassett. In France, the charm was just the same. As they climbed the Eiffel Tower, Alison Burlock in the lead, looking for political power. She'll be off to Chicago to learn of foreign relations, but I think she'll find that Vermont will be on her mind because others think we're a foreign nation. There are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and the magical things you can do with a ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Seuss must have been thinking of our school teams and the wonderful things that they do. Softball finds Leah Sears throwing and Teresa Davis hopefully scoring. They're softball players who work as a team. Great skills to have in life's great scheme. Sam Lang plays soccer, Logan LeCompte baseball now, and with her cheerleading jump, Nikki Brusso makes you say, wow. And she speaks 3 languages too. That's just a little trivia that I threw in for you. Luke Lumiere's intensity is something to behold, whether on the track or on the guitar. He's a marvel, now you've been told. Jeff Kaufman in track, he trained so hard. Nicole McClay drove the soccer ball yards. And let's not forget the kids who were rowing. Patrick Sumner, I hope that you knew where you were going. Caitlin McIntyre shot out the lights with her pistol in her hand. Trophies she won for wonderful shooting. Her fans are in the stands. And on to four-wheeler land we go. Lauren Billings has one. He rides in the woods. Inspiration, he says, for the artwork that he's done. Cassie Kennett rides horses. A vet she wants to be. The schedule has tough courses, including cleaning out the barns. But she's already learned that skill back on the family farm. Laura Bowles, of her I tell, gives rides and lessons to sick little children to help them getting well, or a chance to forget their pain as they ride around on the horse with Laura as their guide. She's a wonderful girl, of course. Speaking of rides and miracles, we have a few tonight. Tell me, James Gregory, do you think that I'm right? But you look good up here in blue, and your diploma is signed. I couldn't kid you. Ray White, that goes for you too. Fame, you'll be famous as famous can be with a whole wide world watching you on TV. Madeline Glassberg, fame could be your name. Your designs and your writing, you're a winner, we claim. Michelle LeBombard, the poetry you write, the images you present are way out of sight. You write from your soul as good poets do. Red Loaf conferences were so right for you. And Leanne Sorrell, the radiant raven, you are also a thoughtful poetry maven. Reflections of you and what is inside, sometimes making you want to hide. Or did Germany give you a call so you could run away from it all? Samantha Scott watched Rivers and little kids too. She's a big sister and a fine one, it's true. Kelsey Stetson had her hour upon the stage. In anything in drama, she is really quite the rage. Sarah Saltis shared the passion. They really were a hit. Walden called, they answered. Flames of education lit. Speaking of the stage, I know 2 seniors who would to concerts go. Caitlin Brash and Stephanie Culver sharing good times that were like no other. Good times, Ashley Sweenor. That's what I hope for you. You work so hard at all your jobs, girl, you have no time for grazing. And you talk almost as fast as I, and that's a feat that's really amazing. Innovative classmates? I think you have a few. Bill Vanderwert and Violet Smith, just to name 2. Bill's red car that keeps him going as he travels here and there. Sister Lindy right beside him, wind blowing through her hair. Working daily on the farm, making all the hay, and winning all the medals in all of FFA. Violet Smith's red hair keeps her going, a truly beautiful sight. Straight or curly, she doesn't know, but one day she'll get it right. A leader of her peers she is, contest winner too. A banner from Girls Nation in the auditorium is on view. She's off to study law, and I know she will succeed, and I hope her price is right if her service I ever need. Bill's heading off to VTC and then back to the farm. A community leader, I know he'll be. God keep him from all harm. George D'Annunzio, I hope you know that you've brightened many of our days. Your smile, your friendliness to all will take you a long ways. Jesse Rule, it's possible that you can have your dream, and if you end up with Junior, remember, you came from this place, and we'd all love a ticket or two to the great Daytona race. Jeremy Pigeon, it's almost over. You can breathe a sigh of relief. There's air in your tire, your ankle's okay, and graduation is just a few minutes away. Kevin Desjardins, you made it. For you, a glorious night. No one here could possibly know how hard you had to fight. But fight you did and won, a contender in the race. We congratulate you on winning your diploma in this place. Trevor Allen, I had to save you for the last. You came to us as a junior, and we have had a blast. Thanks for all you taught us. We're better for knowing you. And when you go to Linden, I hope great things you'll do. Back to Seuss so I can wrap it up, but I'll say this to you. I wish you all the best in anything that you do. And Trevor, I have one more thing. I've got you now, you've heard. I, for one, get to say the very last word. Thank you.
Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing the guest speaker. He's a teacher of history, a man of great humor, and a true gentleman. It is my honor to present our own Mr. Ron Nimlet.
Good evening, Superintendent O'Brien, Principal Coffey, faculty and staff of Vergennes Union High School, parents, friends, and guests. To tell you the truth, when I was asked by Ashley Coons, on behalf of the class of 2004, to be the commencement speaker, you see, I thought it might be a trick. You see, I remember Ashley 5 years ago in my 8th grade study hall, along with her friend Shara Plouffe. And the incident that happened 5 years ago, I thought was going to be paid back tonight. You see, it's going to be hard to imagine, but 5 years ago in January, it was a very cold day. Let your imaginations go. It was one of those days about minus 10 degrees below zero with the wind blowing. And on that day for school, I brought my Russian fur hat, the one that Rita Smith from the elementary school had given me during a trip to Russia. Now, I can say that I've never had anything on my head as warm as that hat, but it wasn't the most stylish of chapeaus. This hat had about 20 black rabbit furs on it, and the flappers down, it made me look like a demented Goofy. When I got to class, I put it in the drawer of my teaching table. And during study hall, I was reviewing with some students for an upcoming geography test. The subject was glaciers, and the term receding, meaning going back. In order for my students to learn this term, I used my forehead as an example of receding. We continued studying, and when we returned to this term, I pointed to my forehead and asked, "What do you see?" And Dave DiBiase said, "Wrinkles." Everyone started to laugh, and Ashley and Shara said, "You know, Mr. Nimlet, from the looks of the top of your head, it looks like your hair is receding all over the place." Well, that was, in fact, the last straw, because that's when I reached into that drawer and tossed that Russian hat that looked like a small animal onto Ashley and Shara's desk. Their eyes got large, and the first scream came out of their mouths. I wish the judges from the Guinness Book of World Records were on hand, because I think these girls broke a record for the fastest 2 deaths going backwards ever. So much so that when they banked into the wall, they continued to climb. So you see, for a while now, I thought this request was some sort of a trick. Let me be the first to congratulate the class of 2004. Tonight is the culmination of 12 years of education and experience, of hard work and memorable moments. You set graduation as your goal, and you have finally reached it. After you receive your diploma and leave this stage, the rest of your life will be before you. Some of you will be going to college, some to the military, and some to the workplace. All I can do for you tonight is give you a few tips and tales of my, I know you won't believe it, my half century of living. I was born about 7 miles from this very spot on a farm on the River Road in New Haven, and I grew up on a dairy farm in Bridport. When I graduated from high school, I went into the Navy and served on a submarine for most of my enlistment. After I was discharged, I traveled for 2 years before starting college. I graduated from college and then proceeded into the real world without a direction known. It took me some years before I decided to become a teacher and to enter the master's program. I now have been a teacher in this school for 18 years. For me, tonight is special. To have me to go from a farm boy in Bridport to speaking at this commencement, I sincerely mean it when I say only in America. Here are some following tips from me. Define success and what it means to you. Does this mean it can be measured by money, by owning the fancy car or the big house? Just what is success? Maybe Ralph Waldo Emerson says it best in his poem, Success. And he writes, "To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a little better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even that one life has breathed easier because of you is great." This, according to Emerson, is successful. Another tip, always say please and thank you. You'll receive countless rewards and opportunities by using these 2 terms. If you don't believe it, try it on your parents. Realize the difference between a friend and an acquaintance. Your true friends, will stick by you through thick and thin, will always accept you for being you. Great friends will enrich your life, and you will become a better person because of them. Throughout life, always try to look at the glass as half full and not half empty. Whatever you choose to do with your life, enjoy what you're doing. It will keep you going. And if I may say so, it always makes me feel young. I mean mentally, not physically. You see, I love being a teacher. One of the benefits of working with young people like I do in the middle school is the growth I experience. As the high school has TAs, we have CPRs at the beginning of the school day with some form of greeting. One morning last year, the greeting was, "Good day, so-and-so," with the receiver of the greeting in the same position as the greeter. The student who greeted me was sitting on her crossed legs on the seat of her desk. No problem, I thought. I didn't feel 50. I felt more like 15. So I crossed my legs on that seat of my desk for the greeting. But when it was finished, I realized that the lower part of my body had absolutely no feeling. I suddenly felt my age plus some. Not only that, I had one of my students get Mr. Nary so he could pull me from my desk. Not only did Mr. Nary show up, but he brought his entire CPR group along. Suddenly, I felt like a sideshow in the fair. Speaking of fair, not too many things in life that are fair. Just when you think you've got it figured out, it'll throw you a curveball. The trick is always to be flexible and to use experience as your guide. The world is, in fact, a much different place compared to when you were in middle school. Remember, that was before 9/11. We all remember where we were when we heard the news. It was the first day of the school year, and your first day of high school. A lot has happened in the world since then. Remember, caution is acceptable. Fear is not. As an American, I refuse to live my life in fear. Caution, yes. Fear, never. Keep your options open. This path of life you'll be traveling on will be filled with many avenues to choose from, so choose wisely. Remember where you're from and use that to travel this road of life. Take into consideration all the people here tonight that want you to succeed. Live up to your commitments. If you say you're going to do something, do it. One of the graduates tonight was in my class back in middle school, and she was writing a report. Now, I don't want you to know it was Kelsey Stetson, okay? So somebody like Kelsey Stetson. She was writing this report, and she asked me how to spell vacuum. And I replied, it only has one C, but two U's. She said, no way. But I told her that's how vacuum was spelled. She asked if I wanted to bet on that. And now I never bet for money with my students. I do bet every now and then. And one of the great legends of this school that's come about is that I eat between 8 to 10 cans of Spam a day. I'm not talking the Spam that's on your computer. I'm talking about Miracle Meat. Well, this girl that was like Kelsey asked if I wanted to bet on it, and if she won, she would teach the class the next day, and if I won, she would eat a can of Spam and the jelly it was packed in. I think it was Madeline Glassberg who became the judge, and she searched in the dictionary for the word vacuum. I, of course, was right. But I didn't think my student would pay up on that bet. But then she insisted. In the next class, she came prepared to eat Spam. She opened the can and dug in. She lived up to her commitment, and I've always respected her for it. I was also happy that there was a garbage can nearby when she finished. You see, the Spam all came back up through her nose. She looked like a cross between a Play-Doh press and a water fountain. So you see, I've heard since she was in my class that she plans on being on Saturday Night Live, but I have had the opportunity and the pleasure to watch her first skit. Recently, The Walden students did an experiment watching 24 hours of television followed by 24 hours in the quiet of the forest. They found that the viewing of TV for a long time left them, quote unquote, brain dead and burned out. Remember this. The new reality programs we see on TV are someone else's reality. Turn the television off. Live your own reality. Don't be the passive observer. Dr. Hunter S. Thompson once wrote, "When the going gets weird, the weird turn pro." I find these reality shows to be weird, and I found I was right when one night I was channel surfing and discovered a show called The Bachelor. That's weird. It was hosted by Monica Lewinsky. When the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. In a few minutes, you'll receive your diplomas. Before then, I ask you to reflect on all the people who helped you to get here. Your parents, your family, your friends, the faculty and staff of this school. We all tried to prepare you for this day. Hopefully, we've been successful. In any ways, we wish you all the best in your endeavors. I close tonight with the words of Bob Dylan as a sort of unofficial, official benediction. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. And may you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the lights surrounding you. Stand upright and be strong, courageous, and may you always stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Graduating class of 2004, may you always stay young. Thank you.
While our graduates are getting in line here, I've got a little bit of business. So the first 10, please move to your positions. We've just received 2 new scholarships that were not available for distribution at Monday night Senior Scholarships Night. This is the first year that they'll be offered, and the donors plan to continue offering them in the future. Denneker Chevrolet and Bannister Motor Car Corporation are each providing $500 scholarships provided to the Vergennes Rotary Club. The purpose of these scholarships is to provide support and encouragement for students who plan to pursue further education in the automotive field and to furnish assistance in order for students to attend a post-secondary education institution. The recipients of these 2 $500 scholarships are, and I ask them to stand and be recognized, they'll pick them up as they come up and get their diplomas, William Jesse Rule and Gloria Bushy. And now, President of the Class of 2004, Miss Emily Kipp.
Benjamin John Adams. Trevor Allen. Benjamin Guyard Andrews. Christopher Ballas. Lindsay Janet Barrows. John Daniel Barton. Jessica Jane Beinhauer. Meredith L. Bissett. Woo. Lauren H.G. Billings. Mark J. Bordon. Laura Lynn Bowles. Caitlin Brash. Alicia Claire Brusso. Kyle David Burkett. Allison Elizabeth Burlock. Gloria A. Bushy. Allison Grace Carmichael. Bradley Lewis Castillo. Justin R. Charlebois. Corinne Cogger. Sean Lee E. Combs. Erica Lynn Counter. Nicole Lee Kucher. Stephanie Ray Culver. Darren Michael Curler. Teresa Lynn Davis. Adam John Desjardins. Kevin Desjardins. Kyle J. Desjardins. Brittany Lynn Devina. David Nicholas DiBiase. George G. D'Annunzio. Ryan Matthew Donnelly. Tasia Lee Erickson. Tyler Essex. Lucas Fairbrother. Madeline Alice Bedell Glassberg. Timothy D. Gould. James Gregory. Sarah Baldwin Gullion. Evan M. Howard. Thomas F. Jaggers III. Jeffrey Lane Kaufman. Ryan Cahart. Cassandra Louise Kennett. Andrew Thomas Kloffenstein. Ashley Aaron Coons. Michelle LeBombard. Benjamin James LaFlamme. Jason Kimball Lalumere. Lucas Lalumere. Samuel F. Lang. Logan Toll Lecomte. Caitlin Elizabeth McIntyre. Nicole Jeanette McClay. Daniel James Edward McInerney. Adam Joshua Paquette. Samuel McLean Pettibon. Jeremy Pigeon. Tyler J. Pierce. David Michael Planky. Shara Joe Plouffe. Nathaniel Rob Toy. Benjamin Rochon. Kyle T. Rotax. Jesse Rule. Sarah Ray Saltis. Samantha Nicole Scott. Leah Marie Sears. Gordon Edwin Seavey. Bethany Wilson Shorey. Violet Smith. Leanne Sue Sorrell. Kelsey Danham Stetson. Patrick M. Sumner. Ashley E. Sweenor. William J. Vanderwerf. Chad Christopher Volk. Jonathan Dale White. Raymond White.
Emily Collette Kipp. And we have one more special diploma that we are going to present tonight. Back in World War II, this individual left high school to go and fight for his country, and one of his granddaughters wanted to make sure that he got a diploma. And through legislation that came through last year, I am pleased, I will go down and present this to William A. LeBombard, who also has 2 granddaughters graduating tonight.
In the pursuit of all human endeavors, 3 essential values emerge. The presence of truth, beauty, and compassion is compulsory to achieve any goal. Certainly these factors are variable, and that is what accounts for the distinctiveness of each person's interpretation of his success. Gordon finds truth in Trey's rhythms and beauty in the way his fingers manipulate each string. It is with compassion that Gordon then interprets and recreates melodies and rhymes to produce his own truth, truth that perfumes the air with its swollen, tender notes. Sam uses his camera to watch Gordon play music, and to watch Alicia play soccer, and to watch crisp leaves play with the wind. His lens is a tool of perceptive analysis. In a rushed and frantic world, Sam takes the time to splice moments of beauty into a compassionate work of art. Are music and video acceptable forms of truth and beauty? Is truth tangible? Is beauty audible? If these values cannot be perceived with all of our senses, they cannot be perceived at all. Gordon and Sam are just 2 of the people in the class of 2004 who possess an intrinsic dedication to the pursuit of truth, beauty, and compassion. Each person is an artist, and each person has the ability to be compassionate. Only by experiencing others' works, however, can we appreciate our own. Think about the artists you know. How have they shared their discoveries with you? Any finished product is a reflection of the artist's dedication to the process. And a stunning rendition of 99 Red Balloons dedicated to one girl on her birthday, or an enchanting compilation of footage dedicated to 88 kids graduating from high school, both provide examples of truthful, beautiful, and compassionate finished products. What examples will you provide, and how will you share them with the world?
Some people I want to recognize before I move on and make a few comments about this amazing class of 2004. Seated down here to my left are the faculty and staff of this school, who are just such an amazing group, and such a pleasure for me to be the honor of being their leader, educational leader. No matter what the situation is, they step up, they work together, and they get it done. You heard the compassion coming from Mr. Nimblett, and you can tell just by the way he was talking up here how much he enjoys teaching and being around students. And it goes right down through these 3 rows down through here. And no matter what the situation is, I came in on a cold December morning at 6 a.m. to find out that a water pipe had frozen and split, and we had 6 classrooms in the middle school wings full of water. And people came in as they started dribbling in the morning. They didn't go to their classrooms. They came down, they grabbed mops, whatever was necessary, and by 7:45, the school was ready for students. Just amazing that the kind of people that we do that. People like Ann Sullivan, who not only is a great poet, as you've heard, but she stepped up. We've had some real sadness in our building in the last 2 weeks, and our graduation coordinator was not able to be here. And Ann stepped in and many others to do programs, to do certificates, and to do those types of things. They kept coming to the office, what can I do? What can I do to help? And that's what kind of staff we have here. So I'd ask if they stand to be recognized. Class of 2004, 35 years ago, I was on the stage in the auditorium preparing to graduate from Vergennes Union High School with some very heavy a velvet gown on. It was probably 20 degrees hotter than this, maybe 30. No inkling that 29 years later that I would come back and be principal of this school and have such a fine group of 7th graders coming in my first year. And it has been such an honor for me to be with you through your entire career at Vergennes Union High School, and capping it off with the yearbook dedication, which, as I said the other night, was something that I will cherish forever. And I thank you for being such a great class and being so kind to me, and hopefully I've been kind to you. I know I lost my temper, somebody jumped off the roof or something, but it didn't happen very often. So I thank you, and ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2004. Flip those tassels.